Molo Sanbonani, hello, how's it? Good day. Welcome to the Vuka Nazo Show. My name is Sihle Ngobese, aka Big Daddy Liberty. Remember, whether you're watching this simulcast on Facebook or YouTube, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. If it is on YouTube, then we'll subscribe to the show and hit that bell notification. Help me reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Guys, remember, we have a website. Find us, and you can also support us financially there by going to BigDaddyLiberty.com. Now, with that being said, enough of the jibber jabber. Let's get straight into the news. All right, I take you now to the outskirts of Pretoria. That's Hammanskraal in particular, where a shocking development indeed, maybe not so surprising after all, and you'll find out why I say that in the story. As I said, Hammanskraal is where I take you, on the outskirts of Pretoria, where a cholera outbreak has broken out, claiming 15 lives at the moment and many more currently in the hospital. The question on everybody's lips at the moment is, what is the source of this cholera outbreak? Now, you'll know, of course, that the issues around the water quality in Hammanskraal have been an ongoing concern for the last nearly 16 to 17 years. So the issues around water, and maybe why no one is surprised that there is a waterborne disease breaking out, is long in the making. The politicians, of course, who I always say hashtag politicians are trash, are pointing fingers at each other right now. The mayor of Pretoria, Cholera Brink, coming out and basically saying this issue now has to be declared a national emergency. He has quoted, of course, as being very concerned about the state of this cholera outbreak, the municipality having tested various sources of water, from water tankers to the tanks that are stationary around the community, and of course the water coming out of taps, indicating that tests so far don't show any signs of the waterborne germ. So questions, as I said, around what the source of this is. I want to quote from this piece. Now, Brink said the Metro simply did not have the capacity to tackle this years-long problem on their own. We must admit, he's openly quoted as having said that the city of Tshwane cannot do this by ourselves. We have to urgently look at ways to cooperate with the Department of Water Affairs, with private partners, in order to get the capital to do those upgrades, because doing them over the course of 5 or 6 years will simply not be sufficient. End of quote. Now, even as Cholera Brink says this, the ANC has wasted no time, with the ANC almost gloating in a na type way, almost suggesting that you deserve this, voters of Hammanskraal, for daring to vote for the DA, calling Tshwane, the municipality which Hammanskraal falls under, a quote, island of apartheid in a sea of democracy. End of quote. This is a very weird thing for the ANC to do. Firstly, it's disgusting and immoral for them to take political advantage of a situation where people have literally died. As I said, 15 people have lost their lives to this. And also, it is immoral, disgusting for them to actually even lie on this issue, pretending as if they, as a ANC party, have no culpability in this particular matter. And this is where, again, I must say this, as Ufile Mbalula issued this particular press release, that douchebag of a politician, let me catch him out on a lie, courtesy, of course, of the independent newspapers who actually tracked the timeline of this issue, going back beyond 2016 to a time where the ANC governed the Tshwane municipality, and that they actually are the cause of this issue. Let me remind you that in 2013, residents in Steve Bikoville, that's Hammanskraal, went on a protest after allegedly being without clean water for about 2 months already. That was at that stage in March. So basically, since the beginning of 2013, that had no water. Some community members claimed they resorted to drinking water from a nearby stream and ended up getting stomach cramps and diarrhea. Now, I'm going to pause here and basically say, is this possibly the reason why we're seeing this outbreak of cholera? Are people maybe resorting once again to going to a nearby stream to siphon and drink water? Let me read on. Now, residents had reached a boiling point after the third child from the area was hit by a car after fetching water at a nearby river. End of quote. You can see, therefore, that the people of Hammanskraal have been living under really untenable conditions where since 2013, where the ANC actually governed the area, and right through to today, even with a DA coalition government, their issues around water have not been solved. Therefore, the finger pointing by politicians is infuriating on one hand, and is exactly why I say, I'll repeat it, hashtag politicians are trash. Now you'll see why I always say this particular word. And it takes us, ordinary people in civil society, to actually step up and do the right thing. This is where I commend and I give a slow, appreciative clap to the organization, The Gift of the Givers. They've stepped up in this particular instance and have delivered water in the area. How much water? How much water? Well, this piece by News 24 details just the efforts that Gift of the Givers have made so far. Now, the team delivered around 8,600 litres of waters in 5 and 10 litre bottles. They've quoted them as having said, at this moment, the Gift of the Givers team is busy loading their trucks with necessities to Jubilee Hospital. On Tuesday, the team will be on board again, delivering to neighbouring clinics. End of quote. Those champs from Gift of the Givers, a wonderful pat on the back, a slow clap for them for their awesome work, of course headed by Dr. Suleiman, who is just an absolute champion. As I said, this moment in Hammanskraal absolutely needs an investigation, firstly, as to where the outbreak site of that cholera is, absolutely. But beyond that, these politicians have to get their act together and solve the water crisis in this area. All right, that's it for this episode of Vuka Nazo. Please, hey, let me know what you think about this particular matter. Leave a comment, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. The most important thing you can do is to, yes, hit that like button, but more importantly, share the stream. Please share it widely. With that being said, if you're looking to support the work that we're doing here, and it's the advocacy work in particular, then please consider contributing to the show. How do you do that? Find a payment method that suits you at our website. That's at bigdaddyliberty.com. Now, if you like any of the stories that we covered here, the links are in the descriptor. With that being said, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next episode of the Vuka Nazo Show.